eliminate, transform. Don't eliminate whatever it is that you want to get out of your life, or at least don't attempt to eliminate it. Make progress to transform it, to change it into something more right for your life. This is a basic understanding of the law of polarity, at least at this point for me. For every reaction, there is an equal and opposite reaction, whatever, something like that. When we try to eliminate, when we're so forceful with our opinions and our actions and our thoughts and our beliefs, we almost push things away. We almost stray away from that it is that which we want to actually achieve. Whereas in reality, when we subtly make differences and we move different over the long term, we make much more progress and we actually attract what it is that we're wanting in our life. But what's taught and what's understood most of the time is complete elimination. It's, well, you can't have that if you're still doing that, right? Like, oh, you still do that? Well, you're not good enough whatsoever, right? And it's a complete joke, right? It's a joke that we fall into our habits, right? Where we self-compare, or we are just simply ungrateful. Whatever it looks like for you, something oftentimes will push us into that mode of, I need to completely eliminate this sense of myself or this habit or this situation from my life. And yeah, many situations do need to be changed and altered for sure. Many of us live through constant states of unawareness, right? For lack of better words, states of, I don't know why I'm even here. Like, just dissolute, or we're misaligned with who we are internally, and we continue to recreate these situations in our life because of our own paradigm, because of our own vibrational attraction. We're like, I need to get away from this. I don't like having this in my life. So you push hard away from it. You try to eliminate it, and it just chases you more. Because part of your identity is still saying that that's normal. Part of your identity says that, well, I just normally deal with that, so I guess I just need to get over it. While this other part of you is like, I hate it. I want to get rid of it. You see, these energies, they obviously conflict with one another, and they're confusing. Because part of our paradigm, part of our subconscious mind knows what is normal for us. That it knows what is typical, what we need, what we should experience, right? Like what we should expect to experience based on our previous actions, our previous reactions, and everything in between. So it works a lot better if we are to slowly but surely, in whatever way that looks like, transform our efforts, change our efforts into different situations, change our efforts into different ways of being that align more with who it is that we are, with who it is that we are striving to be day after day. Instead of being stuck in a mode of elimination and almost ungrateful energy, right? Like we got to be grateful for what we do have, for where we are, how far we've come, and how far we have to go. But if we're simply ungrateful, and I know this from experience, there's so many times in my life where I didn't like my situation. I didn't like what I was going through in this way or that way. And I believed it to be completely my fault. I was taking ownership at that point. But it was a hate energy. It was a negative energy that was going on. It had a lot of negative self-talk going on with it, self-criticism. And it was my paradigm that believed this state and this energy that I felt was normal. It was meant to be, right? Because it was in my life for so long. Now, and so, I'm sorry, not meant to be. It was in my life for so long that it felt normal. It felt natural. And so, but I still wanted to get away from it. I still wanted to strive and do more than it, to not be sucked into it any longer. But I let it create such a negative energy within myself, within my paradigm, that it had, as much as I would push away from it, I would get sucked back in different ways. Because it was still a part of my identity to be at that low vibrational state. And this is an ongoing process. Like, this is something I'm battling with each and every day, right? And we all do it. It's about becoming that vibrational match. becoming that level of consciousness that allows you to see things more fruitfully, that allows you to visualize and be a part of a more fruitful existence, where it is more fulfilling, more passionate, more purposeful, and everything makes more sense, right? Compared to the lifestyle that you don't want to live, the situation that you've just fallen into by happenstance. Once you start taking control, it's a different. First, you got to take ownership of where you're at, right? And ownership of your future, right? Because nobody else is going to do that for you. But in that process of doing so, you begin to understand how much gratitude you should have, right? First, second of all, and what it looks like to move forward from it, how to do that most efficiently. That is the process afterwards. Because again, it's very easy to fall into this extremely forceful energy. I say it's easy to do so. It was easy for me to do so because I was so tired of my previous situation. But what happened was that I fell so hard into this forceful energy that I was pushing away many of the things that I was trying to attract. So I was forcing myself from where I was at previously, which was comfortable to a degree, but it was also disgusting to me. But I was also pushing myself or not pushing myself away from that which I wanted to achieve in all reality. So I was in this middle state that I didn't like at all, where my comfort wasn't there, or the comforting situation wasn't there, right? Like the easy situation as much. But I was also failing to get to this rightful place that I should have been in it more, right? That I was striving to get to that whole time. So it's like you get in that middle state and you make mistakes. You fall into traps of your own mind, your own consciousness. You manifest these different pitfalls of your success, of your process. And of course, it's all a part of the learning journey anyway, right? But you can shortcut it. That's my point. You can shortcut it by working with someone who can help you become that vibrational match of what it is you want, what it is that you desire, what it is that you should have, and not needing it as well, not being so needy, right? So back to my original point, do not try to completely eliminate what it is that's causing you harm. Simply transform the energy. Transform the energy into something more important, such as, let's say you're a big drinker and you want to stop drinking. It's ruining your family, it's ruining your body, it's ruining your mind, it's ruining everything, as drinking does. But let's say you don't really know what to what else to put it into, right? You're just kind of there. You're like, okay, should I start watching the football game? Should I go play golf? Should I, these different things? Well, what happens, right? You stop drinking and you put yourself in these other environments where drinking is extremely prevalent. You fall right back into it. So you're trying to eliminate it, and you still do the other things. You still do the situations, the environments that caused you in a way that enabled you to drink, instead of switching up something entirely. Like, instead of, okay, I'm drinking, like, I'm going to start going to the gym twice a week. Or I'm just going to go on a walk, like once or twice a week, a few times a week, right? And in that process of creating the new habit, you're transforming your energy from the old habit, right? Now, don't get me wrong. It's still not the easiest thing in the world by any means. Like, these habits that we have, especially when they're an addiction, they take time to break. They take time to move past mentally and wrap our mind around a new identity. That's something else that helps very much to understand when you're building habits, is your self-concept, your identity. What you believe to be true of yourself is what will continually manifest. If you hold yourself in the box that you are a drinker and you will always be a drinker, well, you're just always going to be a drinker. But if you work slowly but surely to remove the drinking identity and replace it with something else that's more aligned with who you are, with who you want to be, then you will slowly but surely manifest that, as long as you persist, as long as you stay on the path of what it is that you're trying to achieve. And yeah, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have fallbacks. What's more important than anything is getting back up and moving back towards the goal. I can't tell you how many times I've fallen on my fucking face when destroying a habit and creating a new one. But you know what? You just keep getting up and keep getting back on the horse, and you don't ever lose if you don't ever quit. don't eliminate, don't attempt to eliminate what it is that you want to get out of your life. Transform the energy into something that is more positive, more respectful, more aligned with who you are that you want to be in this world. And I promise you, things will work out a lot better. You got this, guys. Let's go have an amazing day. It's Saturday. I love you guys. Let's get it.